Are you feeling energized or weary about a third election within a year? I posed that question in a completely unscientific social media survey, and the results were no surprise. Those who are usually fully engaged were raring to go. The others were annoyed by the thought of returning to the polls next month. One person felt excited at the prospect of what he called a trifecta of right-leaning governments. Yet another saw it as just an opportunity to get shafted by a government they didn't vote in. I can't blame them. Even though I'm a bit of a political junkie, I've been there. Seeing nothing I felt compelled to stand behind, I've been tempted to shirk my civic duty. I've been utterly disillusioned when, after investing my time, energy, and tax dollars, I felt my vote meant nothing after all. When Toronto voters chose a government I could never support, I felt a dark cloud descend over my city. I heard people say it's only 4 years, and all I could do was groan. 4 years is a long time. There must be something we can do in the meantime. Now, I'm not a protest marcher, nor am I even all that inclined to sign a petition. I've seldom written a letter to the editor or an elected official, so I surprised myself when I put my name forward to speak against public service cuts before a committee at City Hall. I'm no Margaret Atwood, the celebrity face against Toronto's proposed library closures, but I did have something to say. I carefully prepared my 5-minute speech and showed up at City Hall at 9 a.m. on the designated day, only to find that I was number 272 of more than 300 people on the roster. The mayor quickly announced we'd only have 3 minutes and that we'd go all night until the final person had spoken. One by one, people came to the podium, mothers who wanted to give their young children a chance to tell what the library meant to them, disabled citizens pleading to keep Wheel-Trans online, impassioned arts workers proudly rhyming off the economic benefits of their industry. By evening, the numbers had diminished. Some people simply couldn't stay all night, but those of us who could were filled with resolve. Thankfully, someone delivered food and coffee. The later it got, the more fun and collegial the atmosphere became. People sang their protest songs and recited poetry. One guy performed a puppet show. There was anger, laughter, and tears. We were tired but energized. No matter what the impact on the committee or the mayor himself, we knew this was important. Not just what we had to say, but the very act of the civic engagement. Finally, at 5:20 a.m., after not one wink of sleep, it was my turn. It's not every day you stand in front of the mayor in a public forum and tell him you disagree with his policies. So, with a pounding heart and a shaking voice, I delivered my words. Afterwards, applause, relief, and a satisfaction I've rarely felt. I'll never forget that City Hall sleepover, and when October 6th rolls around, I won't be so worried if my party or its leader doesn't win. I've learned that you don't have to just live with the results for 4 years. You can use your voice in an even more direct way, and I might just have to do that more often. For The Agenda with Steve Paikin, I'm Carla Lucchetta.